What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. Let's go ahead and dive into the knife we've got on the table today. Let's head to the top-down view. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and look at the Kizer Kuh today. But before we get too far, I want to say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and support the channel. We very much appreciate it. You can also head over to Work Knife Balance and follow us at Work Knife Balance 939. Head over to Instagram and follow us at Work Knife Balance 939. That's a great way to communicate with us and send us something. If we do a review on it, we'll go ahead and send it back for you and give you some swag just to say thank you. So let's go ahead and look at the Kizer Kuh. We're going to do some overall measurements, and then we'll do some side-by-side comparisons, and then I'll give you my opinions on this Kizer here. All right, tip to tail, if we're going all the way to the end here, we're looking just at about 7.5 inches. Blade length, we're looking at 3.25 with a cutting edge of about 3 inches on there. For some side-by-side comparisons, we're going to go ahead and pull out another Kizer button lock here. We've got the Kizer Dogfish up above. We've got the Civivi Chevalier down below as well. Both of those are pretty good comparisons and button locks as well. We're going to see if we can get the QSP Penguin out here up top, and then we'll get the Kizer Veritas down below as well. And then two more. We will do the NAFS Lander 2 because that is out here. And then last but not least, we'll do a Miguron Pagos since that is right there as well. So give you some good knives for side-by-side comparisons. And now this knife right here is what I would say the main reason people hate button locks. I hate to say it because I really like Kizer and I like what they do, but I do not like this button lock at all. And I don't think that's a surprise to people. I have grown to like button locks. I do not like this button lock. You get some pretty heavy button stick. It is hard to kind of get down sometimes. It feels cheaper than some of the other Kizer button locks. This one over, I just had it out. Where did we put it? We had the Dogfish. This Dogfish is amazing. I really love this button lock. The Kizer Cormorant, I love that button lock as well. So I know Kizer can do a good button lock. This one just did not hit the mark for me. And yeah, that's kind of sad because I like the overall design. It looks kind of like a bayonet to me. Aesthetically, it kind of has a little bit more of that spear tippy look to it, and it has kind of that bayonetish feel to it. I really kind of like, I call it like a fishhook or a half heart choil in here. It gives you a really good anchor spot to hold in, and then you can kind of feel really well anchored in here with that. It's a nice knife. It feels good, but the action on that button lock just was disappointing overall, to say the least. So that's where I'm left with this. Outside of that, aesthetically, it's kind of a cool knife. You've got the black micarta. It's 154 cm on the blade steel, so you've actually got a really nice blade steel that's probably the best of the premium, or the best of the mid-grade blade steels, or the lowest of premium blade steels, in my opinion. So it kind of falls middle of the park there. That's kind of, in my opinion, there, and I really like that. So it's not a bad knife. I just think this could have been executed so much better, and maybe a different one comes out and feels better because I know Kizer can do a really good button lock. I've seen it. I own some really nice button locks from Kizer. So that was just the one kind of gripe that I had, and I think that is experiences like that are the reason people do not like button locks, is because they get one of these and then they're feeling meh. I don't think I can like that, and so the Kuh really kind of landed meh for me, unfortunately. But outside of the fit and the feel of the button lock and everything, it is a cool knife. You do have a reversible pocket clip, so you can flip it over to the other side. You can actually put a lanyard on this, which is kind of cool. You could put a little lanyard on that collar right here. You got a pillar on the backside right there that you could put a lanyard in as well. And if you wanted to, you could actually kind of customize this pretty easily by stripping those micartas down and everything. This is a really nice, easy shape if you want to get into making your own custom scales. It's straight edges. I think this would be a great, fun knife, and it's really cheap too. This comes in at $75, $76, I believe. There will be a link below If it's an Amazon link, it supports our channel. We greatly appreciate the support. You have a really nice edge on this. It cuts well. It's a nice sharp blade. It just, the button is the one thing that got to me. I will say though too, with the dark micarta, the black micarta on there and the way it looks, with kind of the edges coming around, you have the low profile flipper, you have the front flip on the other side. If you got rid of this at the bottom, I would think this is more of like a coffin knife. The black, the black, the black everywhere, the hard angles and everything. Until you open it up, it's just kind of like this. It has a more gothic look. And then you open it up and the aesthetics of this, excuse me, remind me of a bayonet. And then I'm thinking more Civil War era-ish knife. But that's all just where my mind runs on this knife. Outside of that, it's a pretty cool knife. Outside of the button, by say that, I'm pressing the button when I do that. Outside of that button, it's a pretty cool knife. And I think if you want to give it a shot, it is definitely worth it at $76 on Amazon. So, not much left to say with this Kizer Kuh. I wish it was a more impressive button like the rest of the Kizer button locks that I've had in and own. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say on it. But until next time, TTFN.